We are at the Düsseldorf Boat Show. Now this is one of the biggest boat shows, if not the biggest in the world. And in this episode we're going to hop on some of the stands of brands that we believe have products that are changing this industry, changing the way we think about things, whether it's from a technological standpoint or even better, an eco-friendly manner. So what we're waiting for, let's check this out.
So back on the electric motors theme, this is going to be one of the most innovative things that we've seen in a while here. And we've got Sander here who's going to tell you about this new Propel motor. This is the S1. I think it's your first motor to come out?
Yeah, well, we actually have the D1, the inboard motors, but this is the second motor that we're going to put on the market. So as you may know, we are part of an English group, the Sierra Group, based out of Silverstone. They developed actual flux motors.
So these guys are known for their motorsport, right?
I think that's how they started. I think they started with motorcycles, and we are one of the first examples of using that technology in commercial applications. So right on the top, above the waterline, we have actual flux motors sitting in our outboard motors and in our inboard motors.
So this is a pancake motor? So
exactly, yeah. So it's very much the topology defines the shape, so it's a relatively flat type of motor. It's kind of wide, and because of course there is quite a distance between the center point and the area where we generate the flux, we have a momentum arm and we can generate a lot of torque.
So unlike most motors which are wound, these motors are printed and they use a completely different technique. So rather than being based on Faraday's law, these are based on Lorentz law. So effectively a far more efficient system which is creating a huge amount of torque.
Absolutely, yeah.
Torque being great for the water.
Yeah. And in our case that translates into fairly big props.
And that must have been quite a challenge for you to get the gearbox to cope with that torque as well.
Yeah.
So an enormous piece of innovation, but at the end of the day, for the sort of same input power, you're expecting a huge amount of torque compared to a standard wound motor.
Yeah, what you see a lot in the industry is that companies are putting motors below the water surface.
Yeah.
We don't need to do that. So we have the motor sitting here, we just have the 2-to-1 reduction gear over there. It's fairly standard, so basically every dealer can service that. So you don't need complex sealing. It's not only, efficient on the motor side, but it's very efficient on the prop and on the underwater housing side.
Yeah. I suppose what else is going to be interesting is once you take this specific motor design and try and, I don't know if you've done it yet, but working for hydrogeneration, it's got to work well.
Yeah. It's already working in the lab. So basically in the lab we actually use 2 of these motors. So we would use one as the dynamometer. So the software is already working, the batteries are working. So at one point, of course, potentially you could address the market sailing boats. So you could definitely regen and generate some electricity that feeds back into the battery. Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic. Well, definitely keep an eye out for these guys. This, I think, is going to go somewhere pretty big. It's a superb idea.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
We're now at Airhead. Now this is no ordinary composting toilet. This is an Airhead and I love it. The magic is in the name, air. Okay, so you've got natural coconut fibers in the main section here. They end up a bit more like this. So you do your business and then they've made a really simple system where you wind this handle and it's aerating your poop and the coconut fibers, getting air flowing in there, and there's a cheeky fan as well that's sucking the air out, keeping it dry. So because everything is dry in there, there is no smell. I mean, a marine toilet that does not smell, that doesn't exist, but here it is. And they've also designed this with a seal on the lid and under the seat, which is, I think, mainly to keep bugs out, because anything in there contaminating the mix can affect the process. But this is super simple, and in case you didn't notice, they've actually got a normal toilet seat on there. I mean, that is no normal camping toilet. I'm sure I could talk a lot longer, believe it or not, about this toilet, but I think we'll leave it for you guys to check out more over Airhead. I like it.
Next up, we've got Greenboats, and we've got Loris here who's going to tell us all about what they've been up to. And this, to me, is like, it's just awesome. I can't believe that they've managed to turn this plant, which is sourced from Brittany, right?
Yeah.
And they've turned it into this cloth. So this cloth basically has the same dynamic qualities, let's say, as fiberglass, yet it's completely and utterly organic.
Yes.
So, could you tell us a little bit about what Greenboats are doing and what their thoughts are and why you're doing this?
Okay, yeah, I would love to. So, yeah, with Greenboats, we are building boats out of natural fibers. In the first place, we want to build good-looking, light and fast boats, but also with the fairest, in the fairest way possible for the nature. So to try to not destroy the nature.
So you guys basically made this because you wanted to continue sailing.
Yes.
But you wanted it to be sustainable and
exactly,
sensible for the planet.
Exactly.
And you've done it, so that must have taken a while.
Yeah, Friedrich, our boat builder master, he started it 15 years ago.
Wow, 15 years of development.
Yeah, he came from classical wood boat building, then went into carbon, but it was horrible for him. His skin was itching all the time, and just didn't feel right for the boat builder and for the environment. So he decided to find another solution. Discovered flax and started it developing. And yeah, this is the first boat we had built with our own fibers.
So to get that right, the flax team not only developed their own fabrics, they've gone and built their own boats.
Exactly.
In-house.
In-house. We do everything by hand in Bremen, northern Germany. Do everything by hand and with a lot of love actually for this kind of boat.
And so, your plans for this company in the future, where are you going? Building boats, obviously. Yeah,
we still want to build nice boats, but we also want to bring our flax fibers into every industry, because now we are trying to do the littlest impact on the planet we can, while still enjoying sailing.
And you're measuring your impact as well, and there's something on the front of the bow,
exactly.
Right?
Every product of us is chipped, so you can put your phone over here, and you have to get the full life cycle analysis of our boat. Maybe I can show you here. So the energy mix we're using, the hours we put in, the CO2 we've put out in the planet, everything is calculated for every product we do.
Yeah.
So we are completely transparent about what you're doing.
That's a nice thought. That's a really nice idea. Well, it's clear to say the Greenboats are definitely making a difference. We really hope that more companies start to see how useful this is. And there's really, to be honest with you, there seems to be no excuse to be using the fibers that people are using now. I mean,
that's what we're thinking as well.
Why would you do it? So, we'll look forward to seeing where you guys go. This sounds absolutely brilliant. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Good luck.
We are now on the Nautic Clean stand. Now, these guys have been around for 20 years, but we've just learned that they are environmentally friendly. So, all of these products are environmentally friendly, which is so good, because I know we're also using products cleaning our boat that isn't good for the fish underneath us. So we were stoked to find this brand. And the really cool thing is, usually bottles have like all the sort of warning signs, toxic and this and that on the labels, but these guys have none because they're that environmentally friendly. And I'm pretty sure they've got stuff for every finish, whether it's wood, GRP, aluminium, leather. I think we've used our stainless steel one a lot for rust marks. Really nice to see these guys here, and we know on the products that we've used anyway that we love them. And really hope that these guys get more attention in the sailing industry.